Everyone, my name is Jason William Tjandra. I'm from Teknik Patu, Emily Dickinson. Today I want to explain about the info about carbon dioxide. This is the carbon, this is the oxygen or dioxides right here. Now let's jump right into it. Physical properties. The physical state of carbon dioxide is gas at room temperature. The melting point is minus 56.6 degrees Celsius. It is colorless and does not conduct electricity. History. Joseph Black was the first person to identify carbon dioxide on 11 June 1754 when he had done an experiment with metal carbonates. He quickly found out that it is the same as heating limestone and learned that it is not an atmospheric air and which he called fixed air because it is toxic to animals, that it can make them die, and learned that it can form precipitate after he bubbled the gas through lime water. It is called fixed air because the gas always combined with a solid material. And lastly, he found out that the exhaled gas from the lung also contains CO2 and now known as pneumatic chemistry. But when he moves to Edinburgh, he didn't continue his works on CO2 and alkalis. Extraction. To remove carbon dioxide is first, plant material must be ground and placed into the extraction vessel. It needs to experience high temperature and pressure. Second, it is pumped into the extraction vessel where it meets the plant and breaks the trichomes, allowing it to dissolve in the plant material. Third, pressure release valve, which allows the material to flow into an internal compressor and heater to adjust pressure and temperature. By changing temperature and pressure, as well as the flow rate, some molecules will bond to CO2, allowing them to be separated from the plant. Many systems of CO2 will go back into the tank to use during the next batch, and the rest of it is moved to a collection jar. Purification. First step of purification is pre-cooling and compression. It cools down the gas so that when the cooled gas is sent to the CO2 compressor, it will increase the pressure so it can operate. Second is scrubbing. The CO2 gas is going to the scrubber unit to wash and cool down the gas, where water-soluble components are removed. Third is drying and absorption, which remove the remaining water and other chemical components that are going to the gas stream in the interchangeable dryers. Fourth is liquefaction. The dry CO2 gas passes through a reboiler, followed by the CO2 distillation column. The gas leaving the column at the top contains the inner components. The liquid CO2 product being drawn off the bottom is sent to the storage tank or vaporized for various on-site solutions. The last step is storage system and loading facilities, which from the word itself is stored in pressurized tanks and is pumped to respective loading facilities, and the gaseous applications is pressurized by means of additional compressors connected to the pipeline network. Uses. The first use of this molecule is multi-industry uses. In solid and liquid, it is used as refrigeration and cooling in inert gas. It is used as chemical processes in the storage of carbon powder and fire extinguishers. The effect of the molecule can cause global warming, and the gas formed can replace water during fire emergencies. Second is healthcare uses, which is used as an additive to oxygen for a respiration stimulant, so the patient can breathe easily like a normal person should do. Last is about molecular geometry. The molecular shape is linear. It is linear because the total number of valence electrons is CO4 from carbon plus 6 from its oxygen. If we only form single bonds from CO, carbon does not form a stable octet, so we need to form double bonds. There are only bonding electrons around the carbon, which repel equally, so the molecule is linear, and it does not have a lone pair. That's why it is straight. The bond angle is 180 because, of course, it's linear. And also, the VSEPR theory says that the geometry around an atom, that has only 2 bonds and no unshared electrons in a straight line. And from these requirements, they have 2 hybridized orbitals and 2 oxygen atoms, leaving no pair of electrons. That's it. Thank you and God bless you.